Hey guys, Sarah here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and today we are going to continue with my Unhaul project. I am going through all of my books and doing a try a chapter, sorry about that, to make sure that the books that I have on my shelves are the ones I really truly want to read. Now there's lots up there that are still there that I know without a doubt that I want to read them, but there are others that I didn't get a chance to read the first one, or I bought purely on recommendation, or I came across it, for super cheap, that have made their ways to my shelves, and I just don't know that they are something that I want to read. So during today's try chapter, we are going to take a look at 8 middle grade books that I'm just not quite sure about. So let's take a look at what they are first. All right, so first up we have The Watsons Go to Birmingham. This is by Christopher Paul Curtis, and this was one that we had to get for my daughter for school, but they get like a bunch of options of what they can read. Like the books are provided to them. They get their options and they choose what they want to read. This is one that she didn't choose to read, that was like leftover. And then same thing goes for Out of the Dust by Karen Hess. I have York by Laura Ruby, and this is book 1 in the Shadow Cipher. I don't know if it's a series or a trilogy or what. Black Brother by Joel Parker Rhodes. The Gauntlet by Karuna Ryazi. The Train of Lost Things by Amy Joan Paquette. The first in the Trixie Belden series, The Secret of the Mansion, and this is by it does not have an author name. That's weird. So my guess is this is one of the, okay, here we go. Why isn't it on the front? So strange. By Julie Campbell. And then Blended by Sharon M. Draper. All right, so let's just pick one and start. Let's start with The Watsons Go to Birmingham. So let me take a peek and see what I think. Okay, so read chapter 1 of The Watsons Go to Birmingham, and before I even got to this one part, I was like, this really is very reminiscent of A Christmas Story, the movie A Christmas Story. And then this one thing happened, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much like The Christmas Story. And that's one of my favorite Christmas movies. And I mean, this isn't like taking place at Christmas or anything. It's just in the winter and it's really, really cold. And I don't know, maybe you can think of what scene may have been very similar in here. But I smiled through a lot of it, and I really couldn't wait to see how they solve their problem. And so I am definitely going to keep this one and read it at some point. All right, let's check out of the Dust by Karen Hess. All right, this is quick. So little did I know, this is actually told in prose. I had absolutely no idea. So really, I just read the first one, and I have only read, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've read one, for sure I've read one book in prose, and I really liked it. I think it's only been one. So I'd like to give this one a shot. Yeah, I was totally surprised. It literally says that nowhere on the back. So this book is about a little girl named Billy Joe. Sounds like her mom dies and her dad's really upset about it. This takes place back in 1934, and I think it's going to talk about the Dust Bowl, maybe. Yeah, well, there's Flee from the Dust Bowl. So we're in Oklahoma, and this little girl's gonna tell all about, and she has a bad accent, I guess, too. That has scarred her inside and out. So, sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. All right. Not doing well here so far. All right, let's check out Black Brother, Black Brother. This is by Jewel Parker Rhodes. Oh, and so I forgot to say, I will have all of these linked down below, also in the description box. All right, I'm definitely intrigued by this one. I'm already angry after one chapter. It's the only thing that makes me think, like, maybe I shouldn't read it, because I have a feeling I'm going to be angry the whole time I'm reading it, but it's life. So in this one we have two brothers. One's very dark skinned and one's lighter skinned. But I think that they're both black. I think that one's just very dark and the other one's light, not that one's black and one's white. In any case, and he's the one with the darker skin is compared constantly to his lighter skinned brother. And they've just moved to a new place. He's in a new school, and he's blamed, the darker skinned brother is blamed for everything, even though he's not done anything. And it's made very obvious that it's because of the color of his skin. And so we are going to take a look at racism in middle school in this one. And it really does sound really good, but I am afraid I'm going to be really mad the whole time I'm reading it. In any case, I'm going to read it. All right. Let's check out Blended by Sharon M. Draper. Okay. For Blended, so the first chapter is super short, so I kind of looked ahead to the second chapter, and it's also very short. Like, listen, I really like short chapters. But I think that so based on the little bit that I read, I just don't think I'm in love with the writing style. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. So in this story, we have a little girl. She's 11 years old, and her mom and dad have split up, and she is mixed race. And she gets, like, constant comments like, "You're so exotic, you look so unusual, but like, you don't look like your mom or your dad, so who do you really belong to?" I mean, the concept sounds really good. I just don't think I like the writing style all that much. So this one I'm going to go ahead and unhaul. All right, let's try out York by Laura Ruby. All right, York, book 1 in the Shadow Cipher series. Again, this is another one where I'm just not loving the writing style. It really should be, like, right up my alley. I mean, there's a puzzle in present-day New York that they need to solve from, like, 1855 is whenever this puzzle happened. And these kids are living in New York City, and this puzzle that was left by these Morningstar twins is, like, known all through New York City, and it's this lore, but I think the buildings that it's supposed to take place in are going to be taken down, and so these kids need to prove that it's real by solving it, whatever. It's not that it sounds bad, it's fine, but I just am really not caring for the writing style at all. So if it's a chore to read it, I don't want to read it. Unhaul. All right, moving on. Trixie Belden, The Secret of the Mansion. My fear is that this one's going to be very much like Nancy Drew, and I really didn't like Nancy Drew. So let's check it out and see. All right, Trixie Belden. This was written in 1948. So, yeah, a bunch of eye rolling for the first chapter. I'm never going to get into it. I'm never going to be able to get into it. So this one's getting unhauled. Okay. Moving on. Let's check out The Train of Lost Things by Amy. I don't know if it's Amy or Amy. Let's go with Amy Joan Paquette. My sticker's over top, so don't look at the side. All right. Let's see. Okay, The Train of Lost Things. I don't know how I feel about the writing style yet, but I'm intrigued. I don't I don't want to say I dislike it. I'm not, it isn't putting me off at this point yet. There may have been a couple of odd wordings in here, but I'm willing to read some more of it and see what I think. So in this one, in chapter 1, the main, I think it's the main character, he's on vacation with his mom, and they get word that his dad, who apparently has been sick for a long time, is like home, like home hospice, is not doing well, and so they rush back home. But prior to leaving where they're at, he has this jean jacket that his dad gave him, and it sounds like he must have put like a bunch of maybe pins and patches and stuff all over it, and it's like his most prized possession in the world. And so he makes sure that he packs it into his mom's bag, is like very particular about it. And when he gets home, he goes to the suitcase to get it, and the zippers mess up on the suitcase, and the jacket is gone. And that is kind of where the first chapter ends. And so I want to keep going with this and see how it goes. So I will keep this one. All right, last one. The Gauntlet by Karuna Ryazi. All right, The Gauntlet, really, really don't like this writing style at all, and I'm already irritated by the little brother in here, who they're apparently going to have to go into this game, kind of like think Jumanji, I guess, into this game and save, but no, I don't want to read it, so that one's going to get unhauled. All right, so I did pretty good, 4 and 4. So the ones that we are keeping are The Train of Lost Things, The Watsons Go to Birmingham, Out of the Dust, and Black Brother, Black Brother. The books that are being unhauled are The Gauntlet, Trixie, Belden, and the Secret of the Mansion, York, and Blended. All right, not bad. Getting some more in my house, which is a good thing. Okay, so my next one, I have piles all over the floor. I don't know which genre we're going to do next. It'll be a surprise. All right, so if you guys liked if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe. I do dedicated booktube content on Mondays. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No. Mondays are ColorTube content. Wednesdays is FlossTube. Fridays is BookTube. That's it. And then on Sundays, I do a chat. All right. So hit subscribe if you would like to see more. Anywhere that you can find me around the interwebs is down below in the description box, along with links to all of the books that I tried a chapter of today. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.